So, YouTube, what is happening? Welcome to the Elden Ring. Ooh. This is the game that's taking the world by storm at the moment. If you are a video games enthusiast, you will know that From Software is one of the biggest names in RPG gaming and gaming in general, to be honest. Their formula with Demon Souls, the original Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro. They're involved in a lot more than that, of course. There are other From Software titles. The Armored Core series. From Software don't make bad games. And Elden Ring, if you guys have been on social media at all, even on YouTube, you'll have seen trailers for this pop up. This game was a mystery for a long time. They deliberately kept a lot about this under the hat until very close to release. I don't think we saw anything beyond a cinematic trailer of a fight between two of the characters in the game up until about September last year, and then things gradually started to come out, new thick and fast gameplay elements, etc. There was the network test. A lot of my favourite YouTubers were involved in that, including Fighting Cowboy. That really piqued my interest for this game, and now I have it. And after a week of seeing a lot of comments about it, how good it is, what it does well, I'm very excited to be playing this. So I have already dipped my toe in the water. I've played a little bit myself as a dex build. A samurai, no surprise there. I think everyone that knows me knows that I'm a wee bit hard. So what I'm going to be doing for this is I'm going to be doing a brand new game, different type of character. We're going to be doing a strength build. The aim of the game is to be finding Guts, Dragon Slayer, Greatsword. And then we're going to go through the game and smash things like the Black Swordsman. So hopefully you guys can join me for this. I will be recording, these will be much longer episodes. These are going to be epics. So strap in for the ride. These will be closer to an hour, because that's all that the PlayStation will allow me to record at once. But hour-long episodes will be more exciting. So let's see here. For those of you who aren't aware as well, Elden Ring is a collaboration between From Software and there we go, that's what I wanted to see. Yeah, From Software is a collaboration between Elden Ring is a collaboration between From Software and the writer George R.R. Martin, who is, if you have been living under a rock for the last decade or longer, is the author of the brilliant Game of Thrones series. Not the TV series, although he was involved in that obviously because it was based on his work, but on the books, the novels, which he still hasn't finished, I believe. So because we are doing strength build, I think, looking at the spread of stats just now, I'm gonna take the hero class. They look like they have the highest starting strength. As for a name, we're not just going to rip off Berserk. I don't know what the character limit is. I'm not going to call him Guts or anything daft like that. Just going to call him Raptor after myself. Here we go. Body type, type A, age, origin, hero, keepsake. Take that because it'll allow me to reinforce my flasks at the start. I know that much. Base template. I'm just going to take the warrior face. Detailed appearance. Just keep one. I like the adjustments that this is making to his face. I just want to dial that back slightly. Apparent age 205. I'm going to take that down to 180. Facial aesthetic I'm going to leave as is. Here, let's see if we can find something a little different. Now, for those of you who know me, you will know that I am always experimenting with the hairstyles. I don't really want his facial hair to be the same, or his eyebrows in fact, but I did have my hair close to this colour just recently. I wonder if we can make it a bit darker, yeah, about there. Oh, did it not? There we go. There. White hairs, no comments, please. Again, no jokes about my beard. There's blue and then there's shades of blue. really is a lot of options. And here, actually there's something. Which one is it? Is it the left eye? No lipstick. Not do scars and things like this. I think that's the closest you're gonna get, is it? No, we don't want blue body here. We'll just change it to that. Make him ripped, because he is going to have to lift big swords. Gonna have to give him the kind of definition that can lift them as well. Thick boy, yeah. It has to go up in proportion, but we don't want it to look ridiculous. Yeah, that all looks alright to me. I'm going to save that into my favourites. Age should be mature, but that seems to pop the thing up, so. And let's head in. It was already quite a long character creation, and I promised myself I wasn't going to do that.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the Shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. chieftain of the Badlands. The ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion. The loathsome dung-eater. And Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A Tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
And that is the start of the story. So here we are in our first run. Now you're going to see a lot of these lying about. They are mostly messages from other players in the world. I am playing this with the online features on. That means I could get invaded. Be good fun and good practice for PvP. I don't do a lot of PvP in Souls games because people tend to take this to extremes, but if I get invaded, I will fight the invader. It doesn't cost me anything. And welcome, the Chapel of Anticipation. Foxes must die. You'll get a lot of this as well. People trying to troll you to your first death if you're not a Souls game veteran. Ooh, the door is blocked shut. Again, don't. It looks tempting, but don't. Now this is not going to be a walkthrough. I have only had this, I've not even had this game 24 hours. I've had a little bit of a playthrough as a samurai class, as I've said. Most of that I've spent playing more like a ninja than a samurai, hiding in bushes, jumping out and backstabbing things. So I will be playing this a little more methodically as a strength build, at least until I get the overpowered two-handed greatswords. The tried and trusted shield. I don't know what Wild Strike is, but since it uses my... I want to call them force points, but they're not. Because this isn't Star Wars. And I want to call them faith points, but they're not. Let's see. Now, I am aware that someone has beaten this already. You're not supposed to. In most Souls games, the first character you come up against is usually unbeatable. For those of a determined nature, rock on.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Flask of Crimson Tears and Flask of Cerulean Tears restore your health and the other bar, the blue bar, which is like mana. It powers your unique abilities, so if you look where I don't want to read the message, I want to move, there we go. If you look above the items, my equipment, you'll see there's a bit that says parry, that relates to the shield. If I change to the axe and press the same button, you'll see it activates the wild strikes. I tried practicing some parries on some of these enemies when I had my first short playthrough last night. Not playthrough, when I had my first sort of blind mess around for an hour or so, if even that. You can lock onto your target, that allows you to strafe, and then you can attack. You can follow the tutorials. Strong attacks. One hit kill. At the moment, because of my strength. The parry timing's slightly awkward. Doesn't matter if you die here, so feel free to practice for as long as you want. And they're not doing that much damage to me anyway. But if you get tired of getting beat on, just a couple of swings. Here's your introduction to dodging. A back step, just tap circle as the instructions said. If you want to roll out the way, you have to push the direction you want to move in. The advantage to dodging is, as you can see, you can roll round behind them. Backstab, free hit. Thank you very much. You can jump for the second time in a Souls-like game. Sekiro was the first one because it was a sort of spiritual successor to one of From Software's other series, Tenchu, Stealth Assassins. A series that I played and really enjoyed. Now, two-handing the weapon let me break his stance, something else that's come over from Sekiro. So, although enemies don't have a meter indicating their stance, if they're holding their shield, like you now, them blocking costs them stamina, and once you've broken their guard, you'll hear that effect, that sort of ring, and they'll drop the shield, lower their guard obviously, and stagger like he did. If you step in and hit R1, you can do a critical attack. It's not a riposte because you haven't parried them. It's more like a follow-up attack to their guard break, a sort of critical. So you can highlight the one that's closest to you, give him a tank and pick the next one, block, attack. I completed Dark Souls the first time through as a quality build using the Claymore. That is a viable option. I spent most of the game behind a shield, letting the enemies finish their attack patterns and then following up. There is no... Don't let anybody tell you that that's not a valid strategy. It is. There are elitists in the Souls community, sadly. That's not what the Souls community is all about. I've generally found it to be one of the nicest group of people, very encouraging. But sadly there are people that think you have to get good. No, you don't. You can simply enjoy the game however you want to enjoy the game. And if that means doing what I did for most of my Dex playthrough, sneaking through tall grass until you come up behind somebody and then beating on them, that's what you do. If it's running right up to someone and swinging your weapon wildly, doing a lot of damage but taking a lot in return, hey, that's up to you. That's how you play the game, you enjoy it. Top of our health, and through the traditional boss fog gate. Now this ain't gonna be much of a fight, to be perfectly honest. As you can see, it's just designed to get you used to that feeling, hearing the music ramp up, showing you that there is a heavy follow-up attack to your own guard attacks. Again, something that carries over from Sekiro. In Sekiro, if you blocked an attack, you could immediately follow it up with an attack that did more damage to your enemy's posture. And here we are, back where we started. There's the old guy sitting in the chair. So that little tutorial area is well worth running through. I ran through it for the first time last night. I probably wouldn't run through it again in any subsequent playthroughs. I don't think you have to, and I've practiced the controls a couple of times now. Site of Grace, so we'll touch the Grace and rest. Because that golden seed that I took at the start will let me add a charge to a flask. You can decide how you want your flasks to work. I like that mix because I like to take advantage of the weapon arts. I think you'd be hamstringing yourself if you didn't. With the samurai, it's an EI draw. The putting the sword away and then drawing it rapidly to attack. It's really cool, and it does a lot of damage if you do it right. I'm a big fan. The barbarian is also cool though. And welcome to Limgrave. I don't think we can call it Limegrave. You can call it whatever you want, I suppose. There is another site of grace immediately outside the door. Here it's here. And this might be the first time that we notice this, the guidance of grace. Watch. Can you see that sort of ethereal light? It's like a sort of beckoning, you know, it's pushing in that direction, telling me that that's where I need to go next. Here we are, our map screen. Something else that's kind of new to a Souls game. But here's something that isn't.
Oh yes, Tarnished are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a Tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
Now, you don't have to cast your minds back too far to realise that we've heard of Godric before. During the intro sequence, we were told that Godric the Golden was the first to fall during the Night of the Black Knights. Godric the Grafted sounds a little ominous. So, this is it. The only guidance we have is that we're to head, according to the Grace's light, to that to that ruined chapel just in front of us. You can see the sort of Elden tree. But it really is up to us where we head. However, as much as I would encourage exploration, I would follow the Grace for now. As much as I said this isn't a walkthrough, I'm just giving you some helpful advice. By all means, go wherever you want and fight whatever you want and do whatever you want. But two of the most helpful things that you're going to be given in this game will come from the next couple of areas. I think as long as I don't aggro him, I'm okay. So the first thing you want to do, or the first thing I did last night, was head to this chapel. You can see the light of grace there just drifted through that wall. Church of LA. Another grace site that will show us fast travelling is available from the start, so that's brilliant. Pointing us in that direction now. We have a new NPC here.
You're a Tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Now when I came here last night, when I was playing around in this for the first time, I got the crafting kit so that I could start crafting things straight away. The Nomadic Warriors Cookbook. They are recipe books that let you
I am of a nomadic
learn new
people,
crafting recipes.
selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only Tarnished like yourself who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. Goodbye. Nice to do business.
We've cracked pots to craft bombs and things, but it is well worth having the crafting kit. You could probably leave it till later, I imagine. It was just one of the first things I got, and I tend to follow that behaviour. You know, I went there, I got that, it helped, so we'll go there, we'll get that, and it will still help. Animals can be hunted for their materials. Thin beast bones I crafted into bone daggers with the samurai. However, they are, like most throwing knives, they are dex scaling weapons. I don't think they do a lot of damage. They don't scale a lot from strength even, so I don't know if this is a trap, an ambush or whatever. Block, follow up, deck 'em. That'll do me. Again, gather materials. You never know what's going to come in handy. I think you have an inventory limit of 99 and then a storage limit of 600 of each item, so you're not going to run out anytime soon, so don't worry about it. Excessive gathering, and just follow up with a single hit to damage him. And I didn't find those cookery before. I think they are throwing knives, even although... What a rune fragment. Is he looking in my direction? No, he's not. No, that was a mistake. I think that should have been one of those messages. One of those maiden statue type things that we saw before. Now, this is an enemy camp. And as I found out this morning when I was playing around again with my samurai character, things can go badly very quickly in that camp. For now, it's probably best that you don't take the obvious path and instead circle it. By all means, if you are a confident gamer and very comfortable with From Software games, throw yourself at that. Go for it. I'm not going to discourage anyone from doing that. But I found that the odds quickly increased to about, 8 or 9 on 1. Just wasn't worth it. All the lights of grace guiding us here. We'll talk about him later.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erdtree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
And that unlocks the level up option. I'm not going to make use of it just now because I don't think
Shall I
I
turn
have
your runes
enough.
to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me.
Yeah, just
thoughts,
don't have enough.
Your ambitions.
Now, what I want to do is not that. I want to switch this out for that. And here we are, our spectral steed. So this is Torrent. This is the fastest way to get around the world of Elden Ring. We're going to go back to the church here. You can fight on horseback, there is mounted combat. I haven't experimented with that too much. There was a reason I came back here. Do I have to travel between these? Is that what I've done wrong this time? Yeah. Apparently I've done something that's messed that up. There is, or there should have been. I'm gonna need to figure out why I've goosed it. There should have been, rather embarrassingly, an NPC there that bequeaths you another helpful piece of kit, but she hasn't appeared, and I'm not sure if it's because I didn't do this. Yeah,
This
there
way,
we go.
Tarnished. May I have a word?
Whew.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped. I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
And with that, Rena disappears. Now, the reason that was so important is because I don't have the bell equipped, do I? Do I have to equip it like a weapon? Or do I have to equip them as a quick item? Is that what it is? No. Okay, this is a little strange. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. I'm still getting used to the mechanics of this. Do I have to? Oh, doesn't look like it. Maybe I just can't use them then. Or maybe I can't use them here? Yeah, that's what it was. So, these guys will help me in combat. I'm gonna go back and rest at the site of grace. So that's how we're gonna take on that armed camp in the next episode. We are just approaching an hour, so that has been my first episode of Elden Ring. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We haven't done much, I know. Don't worry, we will get there. I will be playing this alongside Horizon, so expect Horizon to continue. This will also continue. This is going to be so much fun. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be kind to each other. If you like what you've seen, like the video, and if you could subscribe to the channel. If you're curious about the type of content that I do, you'll see there's a lot of videos up there already. Feel free to watch through them, and I will see you in the next part of Elden Ring. Thank you, and goodbye for now, guys.